All right, Graceway, Pastor Tim here, hoping that you have had the best week, had great plans for the weekend. I can't wait to see you this Sunday, 9 a.m. or 10:30. Let me tell you some stuff I'm really excited about. Got to start with Graceway Crossroads. We launched Graceway Crossroads inside of a prison in Cameron, Missouri 6 weeks ago. Let me tell you what God has been up to in a 1,400 person building, 1,400 medium to max men's prison. We are averaging 171 men who are coming to that service. So in 6 weeks, to already be at about 12% is really a wonderful thing. We've had 32 men. God has saved 32 men already inside of that prison. We got about 10 men that are wanting to get baptized. Just a couple quick stories here. I've already received a handful of letters from men that God has saved, a handful of letters from men that God's already at work. And I always say to you guys, don't believe everything that you see on the news. Don't bring your presumption to where God wants to work. God's at work everywhere. And it's been so encouraging to hear from men who, yes, have made bad decisions, but God is a redeemer, isn't he? A couple weeks ago, I had a lady come up to me after our second service on Sunday. She said, "This is my first time. I've been looking for a church for a long time. My husband is a resident of Crossroads Correctional Facility, started going to Graceway. Whenever you guys brought that church there, he called me and said, 'Babe, I found the church for you. You need to go to this church in Raytown, Missouri.'" And she's come and said, "This is my church now." And so God's doing incredible things there. We're really excited. Just to give you a little idea of what we are hoping, we plan to put a church inside of every prison that will allow us. And so we have to do that once a year. Our next plan is to do that in the women's prison in Chillicothe. And then by God's grace, we're just going to keep adding prisons. There's so much that God is doing in that environment. We're excited about that. We're working on Growth Track, getting into the prison. We're working on filming Better Man. That's going to be happening here in a couple weeks. We're going to film that environment, show that to the residents in Crossroads. And we're also working on video discipleship, D1. So those men can go to Growth Track, be doing small groups, be getting discipled. Our vision is really in the belief that God is at work everywhere, wants to save men, wants to train and equip men, wants to send men. And so when those guys get out, we want to be their church. We want to be their family's church. And in God's kindness, he's allowing us to do that in very short order. So continue to pray for everything that God is doing. If you're interested in getting connected to that dream team, there is some trainings, there is some paperwork, but love for you to be a part of that. Second thing I'm excited about is Serve Day. Serve Day is coming up. Serve Day is very simply a day that we go out into our community, into Raytown, and we just serve. Why do we do this? Well, first off is because we don't just want to be the mouth of Jesus, right? We just don't just want to talk about Jesus. We want to be the hands and feet of Jesus. Secondly, because yes, of course, we want to be prepared for guests on Sunday morning. Yes, every single weekend we have first-time guests, but we don't just want to say, "Come to us." We want to say, "We'll come to you." We want to be a blessing to our community in spiritual and in physical and emotional ways. And so Serve Day really gives us an opportunity as a church with other churches. We're inviting other churches to join us in this way, to just go out and partner with organizations, to partner with the city, to partner with different individuals and say, "Man, we just want to help. No strings attached. We're just going to show up and be a blessing to you." This is a great space for you to serve with your families. It's a family-friendly environment. So husbands and wives and kids, bring your whole family. Lots of opportunities for you to serve. If you go to visitgraceway.org/serve, you're going to see all those opportunities. Just pick one. Get signed up today. That's going to be a great opportunity. And I just want to say this. You just can't outgive God. And so if you show up to be a blessing, I promise you that is going to be a blessing to you. So get signed up for Serve Day this weekend in just 2 days. 2 more weeks in the book of Ephesians. We did Everyday Saints chapters 1 through 3. We did a Well-Lived Life chapters 4, 5, and part of 6. And now we're doing a good fight. Come on, somebody, all right? A good fight. For 2 weeks, we're going to talk about spiritual warfare. This Sunday, the reality of spiritual warfare. Lots of us are taking a beating we don't have to take. Lots of us don't know how to win in the spiritual. And if you don't win in the spiritual, you can't win in the physical. And so please come this weekend, 9 a.m. and 10:30. We're going to talk to you about the reality of spiritual warfare And then in a little bit over a week, the following Sunday, I'm going to teach you how to win in spiritual warfare. That it exists, and how do I win? Listen, I'm believing that God has incredible plans for your life, but you got to know how to win in the spiritual. So these next couple weeks are important for us as a church. A good fight. It's going to be awesome. We'll still have phenomenal worship. We'll still have great hospitality. Your kids are going to have a great time. Please come. Let's hear from God together. Let's be a part of what God is doing. Be praying for that environment. Dream teams, thank you. Thank you for serving. Thank you for everything that you do, Graceway. I love you so much. I'm praying for you every single day. Can't wait to see you in 2 days, 9 a.m. or 10:30. I love you. I'll see you there.